Guten Tag and welcome to another episode of SwillinGrog's A Wonderful World of Beer. This time around I'll be reviewing Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Weizen, or Original Schlenkerla Smoke Beer Wheat. It's 5.2% alcohol by volume and it's a product of Bamberg, Germany. Now this would be the third Schlenkerla beer that I've reviewed, the first being the Weizen and the second being the Lager beer. Both of those brews I enjoyed immensely, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what this one's like. So I think without further ado, we should try Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Weizen and see what it's like. So I'll grab the trusty BB Barfly bottle opener and I'll pop off the cap here. Oh, it seems like a tough one to come off, but there it goes. Alright, and I'll grab the lovely Spiegelau wheat beer or Weizen glass and we'll give it a pour. Alright. Alright, the colour looks quite interesting on this one. Okay. Imagine that it's bottle conditioned, so there'll be a lot of sediment there. Alright. Okay, let's make an assessment of the appearance. Well, the appearance is, interestingly, a very hazy, dark brown colour rather than, a hazy, golden yellow colour, which I find interesting. It's got a lot of carbonation there. I would doubt the camera's actually picking that up, but gee whiz, it's really heavily carbonated, but yeah, looks really good actually. And the head, is a really, frothy beige head. I mean, gee whiz, I've got, more than 4 fingers of head there in fact. But that's what tends to happen with these brews when you pour them into these wheat beer glasses I've found. Anyway, let me just top it up and get the rest of the bottle in the glass. Okay, there we go. Doesn't that look good? My first beer for winter. Okay, so let's move on to the aroma. Well, first and foremost, I'm picking up that smoke. A very, predominant, a very predominant smell of smoke there. I think it's actually beechwood that they use. And interestingly, it's only the barley malt that they smoke. The wheat malt is unsmoked apparently. So it's probably not going to be as smoky as the Weizen, I would figure. But even the lager beer that was unsmoked apparently still had an inherently smoky flavour, just because all their other brews there are smoked as well. So anyway, there's not much else going on with the aroma other than that smoky smell, which is just overwhelming. But I really I really find it quite appealing. As a matter of fact, I love my smoky like bacon and anything that's smoky, smoky barbecue sauce. So this really does appeal to me. Anyway, that's enough babbling about the appearance and the aroma. I think it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So a huge Proust to you all. Let's dive in. Alright, well, of course I'm getting that smoky flavour, but up front, there's some real, sweet, Brady malts happening there, which, just, absolutely divine. The bitterness is, very minimal, and, the finish is, sort of drying, but certainly not as drying as you know, a lager. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, an impressive brew. But I'm really not that surprised, considering how good the other couple that I had were. So anyway, I must have another gulp of this. Alright, well, it's only now that I'm starting to, you know, pick up, you know, that, you know, banana and, you know, clove flavour, you know, through the yeast there, which is, you know, typical of a wheat beer. Yeah, I guess you could say that as far as, you know, the mouthfeel goes, it's, I would probably say it's medium-bodied. You know, I'm not finding it, you know, at all watery. It's, yeah, it's really hitting the spot for me, actually, on, you know, this first day of winter here in Australia. Now, in terms of its drinkability, it's very drinkable at 5.2% ABV. Could I make a session of it? Perhaps not. I think I'd be satisfied with 2, maybe 3 of these, and then move on to a lighter bodied brew. Anyway, wrapping this up, what would I give it in terms of a score out of 10? Well, I of course need to have another gulp. This is really something special, folks. All in all, I think it's a fantastic brew, and I would highly recommend it to you all. If you can get your hands on it, you know, check it out. Unfortunately, you know, the price point isn't too good for this one. It's going to be one of those ones that, you know, you're probably only going to buy, you know, a couple of bottles of it, you know, the price that it's at, unfortunately. Anyway, in terms of a score out of 10, I think it's a solid 10 out of 10. There's no doubt about that. It's really something special. So, there you go, folks. Aecht Schlenkerla Rauchbier Weizen. A truly extraordinary brew. Take it from me, SwillinGrog. No, just kidding. Alright, but that does bring us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. So thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Fare thee well, all.